श्री महादेव की जय, हनुमान की जय, डॉक्टर माधव की जय, श्री रामचंद्र की जय। भक्तजन आज के लिए घर जय as together we join in Shiva Arana. Hari Om Vigneshwaraya Kadam Shadukhe Vijnan Pandhacharya Kritim Chadabhante Kushmangrite Shatotam Pancham Skandamate Shashtatakranite Chad Sasranam Narakrite Mahagavite Chashtam Navam Siddhate Chashtam Durgavatam Om Namah Shivaya। Thou hast been accepted for this things of this. Be thou pleased with this. This wish of ours must be fulfilled by your grace, O Shiva. May this explanation of Shiva Katha be concluded without obstacles, O Shiva, salvation. Sarvamangala-mangalye Shive sarvapasharike Sharanya Devite Gauri Narayana Namostate Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya। प्रेम से बोलो उमापति महादेव की जय। So, my dear devotees, let me at this time extend the Shri a very special welcome to you this evening's function. Wish for the Lord as Bhagwan Shivaji. Heard that ये तो भगवान की ऐसी कृपा है. Such is the blessings that the Lord has for us, that He has brought us all together in this very auspicious time, the time of Mahashivratri, when we must step up to the altar and with that sacred gel we bathe the Rishikunda. This is the time when Bhagwan Shiva himself looks forward to and friends this evening. On behalf of our Mandir Sri Shankar Mandir, on behalf of our Shraddha Sandini, Shivanand, Mr. Rohin and all our members of the table, at the baby, we want to say special welcome on their behalf to our parents who are here this evening, Brother Vishesh Vyas, Brother Dinesh Vyas, Brother Anil Maharaj. It's nice to see and the family, very happy to have you, and especially for two TV personalities in university. They are just in a while, and we will here appreciating one of the legends also. To Panasur Rava, thank you very much. You are the British one, and you always come to give us your blessings. For this, we are very proud of you. Thank you very much for being here. And of course, to our listeners on Radio Channel, to our listeners on the World Wide Web, wherever you may be, we want to especially welcome you and thank you for the support you have given us during the course of this year. So friends, Mahashivratri is the night of Lord Shiva, and Shivratri is but one small aspect of man's spiritual approach to the divine form. It's but one small aspect of man's spiritual approach to the divine form. Shivratri is about self-transformation. Shivratri is about making the necessary adjustments in our lives so that in the end we will be able to climb the ladder of spirituality. So this evening, as we continue to prepare for Mahashivratri, let us all now, as we look up to the altar, we see the beautiful form of Bhagwan Shiva. So let us all bow our heads in prayer now. And as we bow our prayer, this is your time to say your prayer to Bhagwan Shiva. So we all bow in prayer, concentrate, meditate, visualize that beautiful form of Bhagwan Shiva. Concentrate and meditate. Visualize the form of Lord Shiva. His eyes semi-closed, his hands lifted. A beautiful smile blazing across the Lord Shiva. The Gangas roll from his eyes. We bow down to him. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Gurudev Namo. Namaste, Om Namah Shivaya. We offer our sensations to the deity. Namaha Pushpanedaya Jagadhare Namostate Maheshware Mahadeve Mahamangalamurte. Thou art the lotus eye, obeisance unto thee. Thou art the Jagadhare, the upholder of things. I bow unto thee. Thou art Maheshwari, Mahadevi, Mahamangalamurti. Thou art the great Devi. To do offer to all children, we offer substations to Lord Vishnu. Shantaram Bhujangashayanam Parvanaham Suresham Vishwadaram Karkanasaresham Dehabalam Subhavam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Vidyanam Vande Vishnu Bhavayaram Sarvalokekanadam. First chance and courage for all good virtues. Balapati Vidyadya Homai Harahu Karesh Vikara Shivamaya. Praying that you will remove all obstacles from our path, that you will give us strength, wisdom and knowledge to you. मैं आपको बार-बार नमस्कार करता हूँ, विवाह के बंदे अंजीर, देखे हर धन मान महाप्रभ, जो कछु संकट होय हमारो, कौन सो संकट मोर करे, जो तुमसे नहीं जाता। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। श्री मातृ महादेव की जय, महाशक्ति देवी की जय। Our sacred obligation. Our sacred obligation is not so much to the outside world as to ourselves. We must prove our divine heritage. We must show by our life that we are the descendants of God, that we have a mission from Him, that we live for Him, that we spread His love and the sense of His living presence. We have come from Him, we are the descendants of God. Where did we come from? Three questions. Who am I? मैं कौन हूँ? Who are you? मैं आत्मा हूँ. I am the soul of divine consciousness. You see, is that Shivlingam? Good. But if you burst open that Shivlingam, you will see there is a consciousness within that the physical eyes cannot see. And that is the magnetic force that pulls us towards the Shivlingam. So there is a consciousness in that Shivlingam. But then within each one of the gems, the lingam, atma, lingam, the soul, the atma is that lingam within. So we have come from Maithahu, I am the spark of divinity, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Just remember, we are not human beings. I remind myself every day, we are not human beings. We are animals. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Just remember that. If you forget everything else, remember, we are not human beings, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. See this body? This body is a human body. But how long will we keep this body for? So this is the human body. This body will be given. Aham Pramasita Pramasita. We are the sparks of divinity. The real person is within this body. It's not only the soul that is important. It is the consciousness of Shiva that is embedded in the image. Ajo Nitya Shashwata Yam Purano Nahanate Hanimane Shri. The human experience will come to an end. The spiritual experience will continue. Shivratri is about that spiritual experience, experiencing God. Friends, we owe it to ourselves, not to Lord Shiva. Our sacred obligation is to ourselves, not to Lord Shiva. So, this is Mahashivratri is the time when we will transform ourselves. And you know, Lord Shiva told Parvati, there's one thing I want for my devotee. And what is the one thing Bhagavan Shiva wants from us? That which is called fasting. That is what Lord Shiva wants from us, fasting. And he says, you know, Bhagavan Shiva and Parvati sitting side by side on Mount Kailash. One day after the creation had been completed, Parvati asked Shiva, O Venerable Lord, which one of my many rituals, which one of the many rituals pleases you most? Which one of the many rituals pleases you most? You know what Lord Shiva said to Parvati? The 14th night of the new moon, in the dark fortnight, during the month of Phalguna, as this month, is most favorable. It is known as Shivratri. That is the most favorable time for Lord Shiva. Many devotees give the great happiness by mere fasting. By mere fasting. So, what gives Lord Shiva most happiness? By mere fasting. Yes. If you look at it. Lord Shiva is asking for something personal. Fasting is something personal. If you want to please Him, so Lord Shiva asks for something personal from the one who wants to please Him. Fasting is a form of self-denial. Fasting is a form of self-denial. It is a personal sacrifice in which one denies oneself not only of food, but also denies the senses. To fully fast is to exercise control. Now this is how you're going to fast on Tuesday. To fully fast is to exercise control over the tongue, over the eyes, over the ears, and the sense organs. I put it in a nice simple way. What you eat, what you drink, what you say, what you do, and what you think. I want to invite God give us 5 minutes to remind us of the 5 obligations to ourselves. What you eat, what you drink, what you do, what you say, what you think. So fasting is self-denial. You deny yourself of food that day. Somebody makes you angry, you have to deny yourself that anger. You see? So fasting is self-denial. You know something? All the other things, your flowers, your fruits, the rice, the water, the babies. You know, as we say, money can buy all of this. But money cannot buy fasting. I want the money to buy fasting. So I want to pick one of you to fast for me. Can't work, can't work. So you see, so this is the importance of fasting. And you know, in one of the books I read, in all the Jayantis, the Hindu is supposed to fast. In all the Jayantis, when Ram Jayanti comes, you're supposed to fast. When Hanuman Jayanti comes, you're supposed to fast. When Krishna Jayanti comes, you don't eat food on the Jayantis or the birthdays of your Lord, but it is difficult. Of course, this is not my way. One of the things I never do is to give my opinion. My opinion has no value. It is just my Shastra Pramanandi, the scriptures. Whenever I say something, it is sanctioned in the scriptures, and this is how it should be. My opinion does not have any merit. It is the scripture that tells us, Tasma Shastra Idam. The scriptures must be the guide teach us. You see. So fasting is one of the requirements, self-denial, and through self-denial there will be transformation. We will be able to transform, to change ourselves. Life is about changes. No, don't change your religion. Don't change your religion. There are certain things within us that we need. You know, there's something called introspection. When you look at Lord Shiva, his eyes are half closed. Lord Vishnu is looking at the outside world. Lord Shiva is looking within. This is what we teach, what Lord Shiva teaches us. Look within. and see what transformation that was taking place. And in the end, let's go ahead and do that transformation. Principal Mahapati Mahadev Ki Jai. So let's join together now. As I always say, there are only two things you have to do when you come here. I'm not doing the things. You listen carefully to what I'm saying, and you do this perfectly well. And the second thing is when I sing, you will sing along, you will use these hands, and of course create a vibration by the sound of the Tali Bajao music. So all of us together. Shambhu Mahadeva, Shiva Shambhu Mahadeva. He is Shambhu, he is Shiva, he is Mahadeva, he is Gandharva. So many beautiful names. Gauri Priya. He is the beloved of Gauri. So that is the God we adore as we lift our voices. Shambhu Mahadeva, Shiva Shambhu Mahadeva, Shambhu Mahadeva, Shiva Shambhu Mahadeva. None gave him birth. He knows no law. None rules him in the world, nor yet controls him. No features mark him out, yet cause he is. Frank cause of that which stirs the senses by the soul within. Sweetness Upanishad describes Bhagavan Shiva in this beautiful form. None gave him birth and none controls him. Sarva Kara Karanam, he is the cause of all causes. He was the Lord of all lords. He is Mahadev, Shambhu Mahadev. So I talked about Nishkarru, where the Ganga performance matters, and I said with the beautiful Katha of Ganga, how the Ganga came to bless Aditi and Anasuya with that water. So we talked about the Shivalingam, the many types of Shivalingam, and the meaning of the Shivalingam. Brahma instructed Vishwakarma. You know who is Vishwakarma? He is the divine architect. You want to build a nice house, he goes to the architect and he designs the house. You know who is the divine architect? When Shiva and Parvati were getting married, they had to make a mandap, right? A vivaha mandap. You know who made that mandap for that marriage? Yes, I was there. I know. No, I wasn't there. Right? It was Vishwakarma, the divine architect, who created that mandap with the marriage of Shiva and Parvati. So he's the divine architect. So Brahma instructed him to create a lingam. And so he started. He made the following lingam, the lingam Quran says. He made a lingam out of sapphire. So tonight we're going to see the different types of lingam, and then you will decide which one you have at home. So he made a lingam out of sapphire, and so this was given to Lord Vishnu. So Bhagwan Vishnu himself, he worshipped that lingam. We talked about Lord Rama worshipping the lingam. Then he made one out of sapphire, and he gave it to Lord Vishnu. He made one out of ruby. So a lingam is made out of ruby, and this is worshipped by Lord Indra. He made one out of silver, and this is worshipped by the Vishnudevas. He then made a brass lingam, and this was given to Vayu. He made one out of pearls, and gave it to King Sol. He made one out of crystal. Have you ever seen a crystal Shiva? And this was given to King Varun. He made one out of coral, and this was given to Anand. He made one out of wood, and this was given to Nevid. He made one out of sand. So when you go to the beach, you can make a lingam out of sand. But you know, there are ways, you have certain prescriptions. So he gave that to Chamunda Devi. He made one out of emerald, and this was given to Yam. And he made one out of bhasma. Bhasma is the ashes. So Bhagavan Shiva is called Bhasmarama. So this was given to Neerarudra. And then he made a lingam out of Lakshmi Vriksh. Now what is Lakshmi Vriksh? Vriksh is a tree. The tree of Lakshmi is called the Bale tree. I'm sure you have a bale tree. So the Bale tree is that which produces a lingam. So you can take the stem of the Bale tree, the trunk of the Bale tree, and Lakshmi Devi worships the lingam made out of the Bale. Then he made one out of cow dung, gobar. You know how important this gobar is? What do we use gobar? Cow, comes with cow. And that is the symbol of purity. When you leave it that way, that is the symbol of purity. That is what purifies that baby. You see, you make the baby with it. And then before you do anything, you have to leave it that baby. You know, on a Friday when we have magical, remember the last one we had? And the old ladies, not the old ladies, the ladies will sing. Surabhi ke kaiya ko gobar mangado. I have to start singing these songs. Surabhi ke kaiya ko gobar mangado. Bring that Surabhi. Surabhi is the cow Krishna created. Bring that gobar and leave the baby. So लेके कलश को the golden कलश में baby. So the baby is, dedicated with the gobar. And then you puree the child. Now what is to puree the child? You draw the design on the baby. Now is there a specific design to draw the baby? No. You have to create a baby, a design on your own. And then when that baby is beautifully decorated, you know what that baby is transformed into? Vishnu. That baby becomes Lord Vishnu. And on that baby, which is Lord Vishnu, puja is done on that baby. So you prepare that baby to become Lord Vishnu. Sahurasena will cry. So the cow down there. And you see, I told you yesterday, you offer vibhuti on the Shivlingam. Where do we get that vibhuti from? From the fire? But in India, you know what they do? These people, they just wait for the cow to drop the gobar. And they will take that gobar and they will make it like cake. Such a beautiful way they will roll it up nicely. And they will put that to dry in the sun. You know, when I went to India, I saw this, I wondered what was this. You know what it was? It was so nicely packed up, right? It looked like a ball, a beauty to see. And then they will burn that gobar. And that is the vibhuti they will use to offer the Shiva Lingam. That is the vibhuti that comes from the gobar, which is sacred in Hinduism. It is sacred. So, the lingam made out of coarse grass. The lingam made out of coarse grass. You see? So a lingam is also made out of coarse grass, and this is given to the leading sages. The Pushpa lingam, the lingam made out of flowers, was given to Kamdev. And the jewel, the Shivlingam, jewels are used to make a Shivlingam for Saraswati Devi. And the golden lingam is given to Durga Devi. So Durga Devi, she worships a golden lingam. You see where lingam puja starts? Not for us, you know. Bhagavan himself, they worship that beautiful Shiva lingam. So which one do we have at home? If you have none of those at home, then the Quran says the lingam made out of rock or stone is excellent. The best was all siddhi, all success. So I'm sure each one of us, we have a lingam made out of stone or rock. If you have one out of gold, very nice. And that is the lingam we all worship, which brings siddhi, success. And I told you how we worship. Last time we did Mansa Puja. Last time we had no flowers, last time we had no water, we had no fruits, we had no theatre, we had no babies to offer, according to the Hindu. And puja was done, and Bhagavan Shiva appeared and Ganga Mata appeared. You see, look at the power of puja. So you worship that Shiva Lingam. Liyate Kamyate. So, as per Vishesh Tulsi Kirtan. So remember, this is the lingam that we worship. And we talked about, you know, the Narmadeshwar lingam, the lingam that came from the Narmada river. We talked about that last time also. So, what will happen? All this, you know, is a preparation for Mahashivratri. So, none even but he is Lord Shiva himself. जिनको आद नहीं अंत नहीं मध्य नहीं, he has no beginning. You know what the Shiva Lingam represents? आदि नहीं, अंत नहीं, मध्य नहीं. No beginning, no end, no middle. This is the symbol of infinity. Principal Shri Mapati Mahadev ki Jai. So what next? Let's listen. Use hands and friends. Let's enjoy this evening because Shri Mapati is right around the corner and we are preparing ourselves. Jai Shri Mapati.
भंगोरे भंगोरे तुम्हारे भंगोरे काशी जी के विश्वनाथ अनादो विनाथ काशी जी विश्वनाथ नादो विनाथ मेरे भंगोरे 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 मेरे भंगोरे मेरे
So friends, the Shiva Lingam is that which is, as I told you, you have two pujas to do Shivratri night. The one at home, because you have a Shiva Lingam at home. So you make the offerings at home and then you come to the mandir when you're going to do your offerings. So tomorrow I will tell you how you prepare for Shivratri according to the Shiva plan. So let us see what happens this evening. Galerund Malankanam Sarpajalam Mahakala Kaleshadipalam Jata Jyotakankotaram Vishalam Shivam Shankaram Shambho Nishaname Shivam Shankaram Shambho Nishaname Jataro Nivasam Mahatatasa Mahapapanasham Sada Suprakasham Giresham Kalesham Suresham Mahesham Shivam Shankaram Shambho Vishanamide Shivam Shankaram Shambho Vishanamide हे मुनीश्वर आप परमात्मा शिव के वैष्णव नाम परम आनंददाय अवतार को सुने। पूर्व समय में नंदिका में महाआनंद नामक एक बड़ा रूपवती वैश्य रहते थे जो शिव की भक्त था। यहाँ परिधनवान ऐश्वर्युक्त और अनेक उज्ज्वल आभूषणों से युक्त तथा सर्वदा श्रृंगार रहा करते थे। यह काल विद्याओं में ऐसे उत्पन्न थी कि ऐसे देखकर राजा और रानी हर्षित हुआ करते थे। यह सर्वदा शिव जी का नाम जपने लगे रहते। पार्वती सहित शंकर की पूजा करते और सर्वदा उदार जटा विभूषित धारण करते थे। श्री गोविंदाय नमो नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय 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 शंकर भगवान की जय। अब परमात्मा शिव के वैष्णव नाम परम आनंददाय अवतार सुने। Two important words. One is Paramatma and the next one is Avatar. So Sudaji, who is related with the saints and says, now I shall tell you about Paramatma Shiva. So he describes Lord Shiva as Paramatma Shiva. Now what is Paramatma Shiva? Param Atma means the Supreme Soul. You have two words. One is Atma. My Atma who you see means I am a little soul. We are all that little soul. So Atma, Maha-Atma, the great soul. So from the stage of being a little soul, we have to become a great soul. And Lord Krishna in the Gita says, great souls come to me and are never subjected to rebirth. Liberation is very easy. Become a great soul and you will not go to Krishna and you're not going to be born back again. So, Bhagavan Shiva is the supreme soul. So the journey of life, now what is the journey of life? From Jivahood to Shivahood. I am a Jiva. We are all Jiva, but we have to go back to Shiva. And Lord Shiva goes to the crematorium and he takes the ashes and he falls and he says, my Lord, what he does, know what he means. From him we have come and to him we will return. Bodies go to the cremation ground, souls do not go to the cremation ground. Souls go back from Jiva to Shiva. Whether we call him Krishna, we call him Rama, we call him Shiva, one or different reflections. So what happens? So he is Paramatma Shiva. Now what is avatar? So we are going to listen to the avatar of the Supreme Soul who is Shiva. An avatar is the descent of God. Okay. I want everybody to point where God is. Up there. Yes, we always believe God is up there. And He's up there for sure. So He descends, and avatar is the descent of God for the ascent of God. You know why God descends first? So that we can rise, we can ascend into greater heights. The avatar of God doesn't come to show us that He is divine. He has come to show us that we are divine. We are divine beings having a human experience. Don't forget that. We are divine beings having a human experience. So the avatar has come to show us how we can rise. So what happens? What was said in days gone by? There was a devotee of worship. Lives of great all remind us we can live our lives alive and the departing will leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Bhagavan Shri Ram, Bhagavan Krishna, they have all left their footprints. And we'll walk in those footprints in their teachings. So Mahamananda was a great devotee of worship. And look at the characteristics of this devotee of worship. She was very young. She was very beautiful. She was very gifted and talented. She was very rich. These are the qualities of this devotee of God. She was very rich. And when she was singing, she will steal the hearts of Haman, the king and the queen. Such was the gifts she possessed. Recipients. We too are blessed with gifts God has given to us. And we must use those gifts. These are gifts that do not come in gift boxes. These are gifts that are not wrapped with gift paper and tied with a ribbon. These are gifts that we cannot see, but we have them all. The greatest of all gifts that God has given to us is the gift of life. One day, a 3-year-old girl, very poor family, they had a roll of gold and gift paper. So she got a little box and she started to cut the gift paper to wrap the gift box. When her father saw her wasting the paper and he started to quarrel with the poor child. Tears came to the eyes of the child. But she did not stop. She wrapped up the box. And so when the father's birthday came, which was right around the corner, just like mine. Okay. So on his birthday, she took up the box she had. Never mind, she bought the insult and the harshness of the father. She carried it and said, "Dad, happy birthday." She gave him the box. So the father was very happy. So he started to open the box, the ribbon and all. When he looked at the box, he saw it was an empty box. So he got even more angry. What did you bring me, an empty box? You know, this was a kind of tear here, father. We must be like that. You know what a great blessing children are to us. You know what a great gift that children are to us. So, He got so angry, he started after the child. So the child said, but Dad, I have a gift inside it. What is the gift? I didn't see anything. Rough hashtag. And so she kept saying, yes, Dad. She said, come show me what the gift is. She said, Dad, you can't see the gift. When I was about to put it up and wrap the gift, I put kisses in that box. And that is a box that is filled with kisses, my kisses to you, my Father. And she hugged him. Tears came not to her eyes, to his eyes. He said, Dad, I filled the box with kisses for you, but you couldn't see them. What you think about it's not a story. You see, friends? This was the gift that he gave, the gift of her love he gave to her dad. And you know something? Love transforms and love changes. The father was no longer terrier from there. He became such a kind and loving father. But you see, we must not go that way. We must always be to our children what we want our children to be. Remember, one thing remember, the best teachers of our children, not the teacher in the school, you and I as parents. We are the best teachers. If you show your children how to love you, your children will grow up to be a loving child. Principal Mataji Mahadev ki jai. Namah Shivaya Shantaya Brahmapura Prabha. Namah Shivaya Shantaya Brahmapura Prabha. Namah Shivaya Shantaya Brahmapura Prabha. So Mahananda was endowed with all of these gifts. But Mahananda means what? Maha means great, Ananda means happiness. This was a girl who enjoyed great happiness. You see? So she was a very happy girl. The question is, what made her happy? Her beauty. Beauty is important. What made her happy? Her wealth, she was very rich. What made her happy? Her talent in singing. And when she stood in front of that image of God, she would begin to dance. So great was her devotion. All the place made her happy. But you see, her happiness came from Shiv or Parvati puja karte hain. Her happiness came from her devotion to Lord Shiva. So she had an altar, and on all that altar she had Shiva and Parvati, two murtis. You see, Shiva and Parvati. So she had these two beautiful images, and she used to sit in front of those images. You see, just as you will go into your puja room, into your little mandir, and you will sit and you will do your prayers, and you will stand and do your prayers, whichever one. So this is what she used to do. This was her lifestyle. This was her way of life. So Mahananda, she used to worship Bhagwan Shiva. And this is where her real happiness came from Bhagwan. So friends, happiness comes from many sources. Happiness comes from your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. What you do, your thoughts, what you think, what you say, and what you do. This is where happiness comes from. You see? So this is our source of happiness. From what you think, what you say, and what you do. If you say something that is very harsh to someone, how do you feel? You feel happy inside? No, you don't feel happy. If you say something to bring a smile on somebody's face, how would you feel? When you see a person smiling, do I mean that person? You know what is the best thing to see? The best thing to see is a person smiling. That's the best thing to see. But even better than that is to know that you are the reason behind that smile. You are the reason. You made that person smile. So the best thing. Did we get good smile today? Well, smile now. What is the time to smile? God is good friends, so you should smile and say, thank you, Lord. Umakati Mahadev ki jai. So Mahadev, she will worship, she will sit in front of that beautiful form of Lordship. And she was beginning to chant the verses. She had the Shiva, Parvati, she had her Shiva Lingam. And as I always tell you, one of the best prayers we can recite is the Linga Shukram. And I promise you we're going to do it again and again. So, sitting in front of that image of Bhagwan Shiva, Brahma Purari Surarishta Lingam, Nirmala Bhashita Shobhita Lingam, Janma Jadukha Vinashika Lingam, Tat Pranamami Sadashika Lingam. Just remember one line to me. Everybody say after me. Tat Pranamami Sadashika Lingam. Tat Pranamami Sadashika Lingam. On the night of Shivratri, when you finish making your offerings, put your hands together and say, Tat Pranamami Sadashika Lingam, and you bow to Shiva. That's all you have to do. So The name itself means happiness. So has real happiness, material things, fabulous happiness up to a point. But beyond that point, the happiness of Bhagwan Shiva or Bhagwan, whichever form, you see the name Ram itself means happiness, Shankar means happiness. So happiness when God blesses us, no one can take that by force. So शंकर पूजा करती और सर्वदा रुद्राक्ष तथा विभूति धारण to the necessary. The Rudraksha, we talk about the Rudraksha. We talk about the Rudraksha one day. How the Rudraksha came from the eyes of God. She got 40 drops fell, and from those 4 drops, the tree that is the Rudraksha tree sprang, and the Rudraksha itself, the eyes of God. So we discussed that previously. Now, she will dress herself with the Rudraksha, and then Vibhuti Dhara, she will wear the sacred ash. The devotees of Lord Shiva, they will wear, it is called Tripun. You see, if you look at this great sages, what the devotees of Lord Shiva, you see 3 marks on their forehead. And you see those 3 marks on the Shiva, when you do puja, you offer 3 marks. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. And there is a meaning to that, but tonight we won't go into all the details. Now, the vibhuti is placed according to the Shivpuran. It is placed on the forehead, 3 marks on the forehead. It is placed on the chest. It is placed in the ears, and the neck, and the arms, and the throat, and in the thumbs. So the vibhuti is placed, and as you offer the vibhuti, there's a beautiful prayer that Baba is going to recite. Listen, when you finish puja, Baba will take some vibhuti from the sacred fire and he will give you a marker for getting it. As we say, it's completed. Om Tayusham Jamadharve Kasya Yasya Tayashyamaha Yideveshu Tayusham Tanno Kastu Tayashyamaha. So you recite the fulfilled mantra. You see friends, without mantras, puja will not be done. So you know, Baba comes and he talks and he explains all the everything he's doing. Who is Ganesh and who is Gauri and who is Kalasa, who is Shiva, and he recited no mantra. Say Baba well explained. But the explanation is the philosophy. The important thing is when Baba sits down and begins to chant his mantras, right? When he begins to chant his mantras, then the puja becomes successful. So explanation is good. But better than that is, the mantras that are chanted, that pleases the Lord. Mantra Vina, without mantras, puja is not coming. So, Mahamananda, very happy. She never forgot her duty. Remember what I told you? Our sacred obligation is not so much to the outside world as to ourselves. Our sacred duty is to ourselves. It is my duty to worship Lord Shiva and to get the blessings of Lord Shiva. That is my sacred duty and yours also. So she was very happy. It is so happened. Vahasavana Shivji Tatha gave them. So one day it happened. A visitor came to her. Very young, handsome man came to her. But when she looked at him, she saw he had 3 months on his forehead. She saw he had a vibhuti. He had a vibhuti all over his body. He saw his hair beautifully like Lord Shiva's brother. So, what did she do? She got up and she bowed at his feet. Puja karke and having bowed at his feet. She recognized this brahmachari, this person is one of the holy men. But as she lifted her eyes fell on the wrist of the brahmachari. When she looked at the wrist, she was taken aback. She saw a beautiful kankan. Yani aap yahan kankan mujhe de dekar jo. So when she saw this bangle, let's use the English word, the bangle in his wrist, she was overcome. I might not be wrong. May his love beautiful children. Okay? And nothing is wrong. Yes. There are 60 beautiful ornaments that a married girl should wear. Okay, I have to work with the list of 60. And this is what. Sola Shikha, the 16 ornaments you decorate yourselves with, and that is prescribed in our dharma. Okay? So she was rather he had this beautiful kankan. And then she kept staring at him. So he saw her staring at this beautiful bangle. Kya hai? What is it? Mahamananda was here turned. He said, oh, what a beautiful gem you have. But when she looked, she saw in the bangle, she saw 9 gems set in it, like diamonds in a ring. She saw 9 beautiful gems set in this. So she was captivated by this beautiful piece of jewelry. And then the merchant, he said, tell me, do you want this? How much will you pay for it? So she thought, this priceless gem with 9, this priceless marble with 9 gems, there are some things money cannot pay for, friends. Think about one of the things money cannot pay for. No matter how much they priced it, it's still not enough. You know what is it? Raman tells us. Let's go Shri Ram Jai Ram and we will get dance. All of us together. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. All of us together. Shri Ram Jai Ram Bhagavata Manushita Rupa. You know what is that priceless gem? That bangle with the 9 gems? Ramayana tells us, Manushite. Did you look at the 7 and miracle quality? That is the priceless gem. That's a priceless gift that Bhagavan has blessed. And what are the 9 gems? Your 5 senses, the mind, the intellect, and the Atma. That's the gem that God has given, and can you put a price to a person? So how much are you owed? No, wait. How much do you think I have owed? You see, we cannot put a price to a person because this is the gift of life that God, the precious gift of life is a precious gift. It's a priceless gift. So she said, the gift I can give for this is my seva, my service. I can serve you, you are one of the holy men. I can be like silvery to the sages and sins. So hearing this, he said, Tathastha. He took out the priceless bangle and gave it to her. And then he gave her a beautiful little lingam. He said, this lingam put on your altar, and you will worship this lingam, and forever you will have the blessings of Lord Shiva. So as he was about to leave, there ho gaya, became clean. Outside was very dark. He said, Mahananda, मैं बहुत दूर, I have to go very far. You allow me to stay the night, next morning I will go. So she lived in a very huge palatial home. So she gave him his quarters, she went to her quarters. And in the middle of the night, what happened? A fire broke out on the dancing platform where the murtis are, Shiv, Parvati, Lingam. When she got back, she saw this. She woke up the brahmachari. And she's begging someone, please save the murti. She's not concerned about anything else. Save the image of the Lord, save my lingam. And brahmachari said, I will save the lingam. He walked into the fire. She's waiting for him to come, but he's not coming out. And then she decided, I shall go and save him. I teach it your power, we must always honor our guests. The moment she was about to enter the fire, she felt someone holding her from behind. He called her when she looked back, she saw Bhagwan Shiva. Lord Shiva said, Kahan ja rahe ho? Where are you going? He said, Oh Shiva, the merchant, my visitor, my guest is here, my lingam, my murti. Save it, oh Shiva, save it. Says the brahmachari. Who is the brahmachari? He said, he's in the fire, oh Shiva, save him. But Shiva himself smiled and said, that brahmachari, nahi ho brahmachari, I am the brahmachari. Did you recognize me? Did you see the 3 months on my foot? Did you see my hair mountain? Did you see my lotus feet? But you were attracted to the bangle. You were attracted to the bangle, so you didn't see who I am. So whom she was attracted to? To the bangle. So we are attracted to the glamour and the glitter of life, but we forget. We take care of the body and we dress nicely, but we forget nothing. We forget my Atma, that the lingam is within me. My soul is my precious gem. So Mahananda said, Lord, why did you come this guy? He said, Mahananda, I came to test you. I came to test you. All that devotion, all that you have been doing. Is it for me or is it for show? How often many of us will do things for show, not you? And not God is Sanjay. You see, we must show up in the presence of God, right? In our devotion. So, Mahananda, I came to test you. And I saw the sincerity in what you have done. And this is why I came. To walk the path of truth, Lord Shiva is Satyam truth. To walk the path of truth is to walk on the razor's edge. The moment you take that decision to realize the truth, various tests will be sent your way. Friends, you will be tested. The moment you decide to walk the path of truth, you're going to be tested. You should know difficulties are blessings in disguise, and the tests we will get are the teachers. The test will only come because God loves you. He wants to make you perfect, even as the sculptor sits with the rocks and chisels away until he sees the perfect image. God will test us because He wants us to be perfect. You know, this man sat down with his huge block, marble, and he started to build it. And he made a beautiful world. After he made it, he put it on the sand. He started to make one exactly like that. So he traveled, said, "Sir, do you do two of the same work?" He said, "I do just one." He said, "But you have one." He said, "There's a little defect in that." So the man looked at it, he could not see the defect. He said, "But I see no defect." He said, "Yes, you see on the nose of this monkey, there's a little screw, but you can't see." He says, when you put install this, he says, 20 feet up in the air, I will install it. He says, but nobody will see. He says, yes. Nobody will know. Yes. God knows and I know there's a defect in this one. So I need back another perfect. This is what Shivaji is about, perfecting ourselves. Simplicity, little by little. And in the end, so Mahananda, she got at the feet of Bhagwan Shiva. And so the heavens started to shower flowers, the sound of musical instruments and Jai Jaikara. Then Samaro Mahapati Mahadev Ki Jai. So what happens from here is going to take us now into tomorrow night's lecture. So friends, at this time, as we have Havan is in progress, so I'm actually very happy that you're here. And I wanted to respond to your questions, please. Krishni is the little 3-year-old girl who started singing Chalisa on Radio Jamani. So this is the 3-year-old girl who's not 3 years anymore. She's growing and matured nicely. So she is the 3-year-old girl who started to sing Chalisa on Radio Jamani, and every day you hear her voice on radio and TV Jamani. So that's the beautiful daughter of Malatani, and he's doing. We're very happy that you have come and Vasudha. When you look at television, you will see Vasudha on television, and she says, "You are listening to TV Jagrati, enjoy." It's so nice to see her doing that. So that's good. than wishing congratulations to you, but more congratulations to your parents and even India for a job well done. This is a perfect example of when you start your children from small, they will be language. You see? So
Jai Shiva Narayan Har Shiva Narayan Brahma Vishnu Sadashi Shanti Hari Jai Shiva
promises that we have received between those. May our hearts be blessed, Lord, children of our John, please. श्री उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, नवदुर्गा माता की जय, महाशक्ति महाकाली माता की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय, प्रेम शक्ति सत्य की जय।